Oh my goodness, good morning, good morning. You know, one of the wonderful things about waking up is a cup of coffee with your cute spoon to get your morning going. You see all that steam? I was like, oh my goodness, this is really some hot coffee this morning. Well, I am Simply Marita here in sunny Florida on a Monday morning, something that I have been doing close to a year now, which is having coffee with you and talking about hot topics and warm topics and even some cold topics. But today, it's just gonna be funny because I sit and I think about this when I'm in prayer time and I just crack myself up about what I'm gonna talk about, how I'm gonna talk about it, and it is just a hilarious time. Good morning, Paige. Just hilarious. So just with myself and God and with myself and just looking out at the lake and the glistening on top of the water, like God is just so amazing how he can, you know, I think I bling, you know, everything that bling is my thing, right? So it's so funny because I'll see the water on certain days. I'll see the top of the water just glisten and it sparkles and the birds and the ducks. Amazing. And so I am here this morning again at Simply Marita. My real name, it's so funny, it's Marita Sutton Brown. This is my logo and my wonderful, wonderful coffee that I drink on Monday. So today, I'm letting some people get on. Good morning, Miss Griffin. It's so funny. They only show like certain people on the screen that pops on. And then like when you get off, it's like 1,000 people, right? It's just so funny. I just see people popping up saying things too. It's kind of funny. Thanks for the kisses. Do some hearts. You know how when you watch people, they're like, oh my God, give me hearts, give me likes. Y'all do all that good stuff. So we're going to talk this morning about reality. I know a lot of people may jump on here and go, oh my goodness, what is she going to talk about? But what I really, really want to talk about and share some stuff, which will help you this week get through a lot. The first thing is, I wanted to say that I was going through Facebook, you guys. Oh, let me tell you about my weekend first while people jump on. Good morning, Tanya. My weekend was excellent. Let me tell you something that I did that I have not done in so long. Like, we live here in a really, really beautiful place, right? And I decided to stay in my house coat like all day. Like, I was trying to really see if I could be in my house coat for 24 hours, and I literally actually did it. I mean, just amazing. I think at 11:15, I showered and my son and I went out and got something to eat. That is like crazy. PM. So that felt really good to kind of like engulf my home and be here. But the secret is I was watching Hallmark movies. I was watching Hallmark movies like from 9 until, oh my God, I love Hallmark movies. The Hallmark Channel, yesterday, same thing. Broke off, went on a date with my husband because the movie that was on Beach House, I had already seen 4 times. So I went ahead and we left, we came back, and then I watched some more movies until Beach House came back on. Just hilarious. Love Hallmark. Had my good chocolate last night. I posted a picture. It was wonderful. So today we're going to talk about the reality of fantasies and dreams. I saw it. I hope she pops on. Someone wrote that I'm very close to her. They moved away and we had started a girlfriend relationship, but they moved away. So we kind of do the Facebook thing and so forth. And good morning, good morning, good morning, son-in-law. And so what happened was she wrote, are you living in a dream or a fantasy? You know, because they're different. But I want to explain what that means because that stuck with me yesterday, like pretty much all day. Are you living in a dream or are you living in a fantasy? You know, it was more like, which one are you living in? And I just want to say to the multitudes out there, what a dream is and what a fantasy is. So, and how we can use that this week to better our purpose to serve others on this earth because it's all given to us by God. Okay, it's just how do we use it? Good morning, Tanya. So here we go. Well, first of all, I want to share something that was totally hilarious. I had a dream. I know it sounds like Martin Luther King, right? So I had a dream the other night, and it was hilarious. So this was the dream. I had a dream, and you guys know I'm 48, right? Hi, Neva. I had a dream that I was pregnant, like today. Like, you know how you have a dream and it's like, you're like, wait. You're looking down, you have on your clothing. It's like, wait a minute, I'm in the house that I live in. People were rushing me off to the darn hospital. My kids were here. They were of age. It wasn't like a dream from the past, it was like so present, right? And I'm thinking, there's no way I could be 9 months pregnant. Are you kidding me? This got to be a dream, right? So I knew that I was in a dream. So of course I awakened myself so that I could be in the reality of this is just not happening, right? So the other day, that was waking up on my rendezvous of keeping on the house coat all day. I think that kind of shook me a little bit. Like, you know what? Let me relax. Let me just stay in the comfort of my own home and realize the reality that I am not pregnant at 48. I am not about to have a baby. But the older generation would say, well, maybe it's one of your daughters, you know, thank you, Tanya, thank you, that is pregnant, or a neighbor or a friend. Okay, I don't care as long as it's not me. Right? Long as it's not me. So that was the gist of that dream. Then there's where we go into a conversation yesterday. I had a conversation with a young man. I think he says he's 27 or 24 at the grocery store. Guys, y'all got to hear this because this is going to help you. I never in a million years think of being around. Excuse me, someone's calling me. I don't think they know that I'm on my So I talked to a young man yesterday, and I want to go back to that. Sometimes we don't know who believes in God and who don't believe in God, or who's atheist or who's not. So I had a conversation, and lately I've been having these encounters with young men, which is like, wow. So he was having this conversation, and he was saying how he wanted to write. And I was like, oh my God, I think you should write. You should. Hi, beautiful Shireen. I said, you should write. You should. Like, what is keeping you from writing, right? And so I said, sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure that this person understands that I am on my, I love it. Okay. So, it was a moment that he said, I want to write. So I said, go ahead and write. And, after that, this is what happens. Let me tell you, he goes, well, I don't believe in God. And I go, what do you mean you don't believe in God? He goes, well, I mean, I know that there are gods out there. And I'm like, whoa. He goes, but I don't know. I said, well, let me go ahead and put this out there before we even get further into this conversation. It is better to believe that there is a God, that in the day that he comes, that you won't be left out. Like, really, like, it's that simple. And he kind of stood back and kind of had a grin on his face. I said, okay, so you've heard that before. I said, well, I'm not here to justify or to make you believe who God is through Christ and so forth, but I need you to go and read and study. And that was the first thing I asked him, do you even read the Bible? He was like, I don't even have a Bible. I was like, oh my God, you know, prime candidate for my husband to go and mentor so he can know his footsteps for the future. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because he mentioned, I've always dreamt about being a writer. So I'm thinking, okay, where do you think you get those desires from? What do you think your mind articulates the thought of giving you the articulation to speak and to think about what you would like to have, which are called desires? And he was just like, oh my God. I said, the reality is, right? That's what this topic is about today. The reality is you're having so many emotional thoughts in your head, you don't know what to do with them. And then because you state that you're not Christian and you don't know God, you're having this turmoil about yourself. Like nothing is right. You can't find a good woman. You can't find a good place to live. You're sharing everything with everybody because you're seeing yourself as a person trying to do this on your own when all it takes is the belief in your faith in God to turn around and understand. So this is what I said, and understand who you are. He made a comment, I don't understand who God is. Let me get my sip of coffee, right? No one understands God. And I was like, you're exactly right. Who said we were supposed to understand God? God gives us the understanding on what to do and what footsteps to take and how to walk this life out while we're on earth. Like, okay, so what I said, 60% of what he said, he believes in God. He just hasn't had that person or that group to just sit with him for him to understand who God really is in his life. And at the time, standing in the grocery store, getting a few pieces to make a salad was not a moment. So they can have coffee and talk about what's really going on with him and his belief system in God. So back to dreams. Dreams are series of thoughts and sensations in the mind at rest when you're asleep. I see that we're having a slowdown here. Oh my goodness. Did it come back? Hello? Whenever those like calls come in, they kind of slow you up. Okay guys,